Manga-Waido.
Excuse me, but about what I asked about last week? Can I get an answer?
Huh? Yeah, right. My name is Aki Takamatsu. I may not look it, but the girls are attracted to me. But it's not all that easy being popular with the girls. It can get a bit hectic. I'm really sorry, but I'm so busy with work now. I don't have time for romance.
Yes, I understand. So sorry to bother you.
I'm sorry about this. Boy, now it's gonna be awkward around here. When a girl has a crush on you and you reject her, it creates an uncomfortable situation. How do I remedy this? Koharu-san just opened up to me. She said she had a crush on me.
Yeah? So what'd you say?
I turned her down. Said I was too busy for that kind of stuff now.
Huh? Are you serious? What a waste.
Well, it's the truth. I'm busy. I don't have time for such things.
Seriously? Man, must be nice being so popular with the girls.
This is my coworker, Sato. We've been friends since high school. We were computer geeks back then and loved playing online games, and we hit it off right away. Oh, hey, Sato. I see you're into the party night game. I'm totally into it too.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man. Let's play together tonight. Here's my ID. Man, I didn't think anybody would be interested in it yet. It's not that well known in Japan yet. The pro level is so hard. I'm always getting my ass kicked. So exacerbated by it.
Yeah, it's still a minor game. I'm surprised you know about it, Takamatsu.
Yeah, well, my brother loves games too, and I saw him playing it and gave it a try, and I was immediately hooked. I don't know why it's not more popular.
I sort of prefer it being minor. I'm the type that when it gets popular, I tend to avoid it.
My brother says the same thing. I asked him for his ID, and we played only games on often. So much that we'd oversleep and be late for school. Our folks weren't too thrilled. Those were good times.
I'm so glad to be your friend, Aki.
Huh? This isn't some ploy to win this game, is it?
No, don't worry. I was just thinking. When you approached me that time and gave me your ID, I was feeling kind of lonely.
Oh, yeah? I had no idea. You didn't seem lonely. But I suppose we're like two peas in a pod. I never really had any friends either and felt alienated sometimes.
Yeah?
Okay, so we're buddies forever. Oh man, watch it! Enemy at the gates!
I got this!
After graduating from university, we both returned to our hometown and applied to the same company. And here we are. We headed up in different departments, but we go out often and after work for a few beers. At work, I'm surrounded by great coworkers, and overall it's a wonderful work environment. But there was one problem.
Mr. Takamatsu, this was supposed to be finished today. What's up?
She's Shizuka Yamauchi. When I first joined the company, she was the one who taught me the ropes. Yes, right. I'm sorry. I'll get it done by the end of the day.
Just get it done, would you?
As I recall, she said to have it done by tomorrow. But no way of verifying that now, I suppose. By the finishing time, my coworkers were all getting ready to leave, while I was still banging away at my desk. I had to get this document ready before I could leave. To be honest, this wasn't the only bad luck I've been having lately. Some of my female coworkers seem to be talking behind my back about me, and even some of my business clients were acting a little odd toward me. I wonder what was up with everyone. In addition... Okay, all done. No! No! This is not happening! My file! It's gone! The files that I was working on all week, they were all gone! Deleted for some reason! Oh my god! I was gonna send those files to the clients today! What the hell?
Takamatsu, are you serious? How many times have I told you to save those files? You got backup on a USB stick, right?
No. I'm sorry, sir.
Then you better get those files ready, buddy!
Yes, sir! Right away, sir! Because I lost all the files, I had to work overtime to remake all the documents. I was able to make all the files by the deadline and just to make sure I printed all of it out. This doesn't make sense. Something weird is going on here. It's not that I never make mistakes, but I'm not that inexperienced to delete or misplace important files. I decided to get advice from my boss. I had the IT guy in administration check for any unusual activity, but there was nothing.
You probably deleted it by accident. It happens.
I would never delete such an important file! It's just unthinkable! I was extremely careful. I tried explaining it the best I could, but to no avail.
Well, I understand how you feel, Takamatsu. The only option for you is to accept the fact that you made a mistake. You were overworked, it happens. Don't let it get you down. You can finish up early. Take it easy for a while.
Yes, sir. To be honest, I've been getting these stomach pains lately. But since we've been pretty busy, I've been trying to ignore it. Maybe the boss is right. Maybe I should rest up a bit. I made a thorough check of my computer and saved all important files to a USB drive just in case. I left it with the boss for safekeeping. But while checking, I found that a number of important files had gone missing. I had the backup files on the USB drive, so there wasn't a problem, but having to retrieve them from the device every time I needed them was getting a bit troublesome. There were some that I had to copy from my printed files. All this extra work was wearing me out. Bet it was like this back before computers. After work, I talked to Taka about it all.
Are you sure someone isn't deleting the files from your computer on purpose? That's the only logical explanation I can think of.
Seriously? Do you think someone has it out for me?
I overheard the girls in the office talking about you. They were saying that you were some sort of playboy. That you were always swapping girlfriends.
You're kidding me, right? If I had a girlfriend, I would take super good care of her.
Yeah, well, I told them right then and there that you would never do such a thing. But it seems there were rumors going around of your behavior. Just saying. That's why they looked at me kind of weird.
Hold on a sec. Is that why my clients look at me kind of weird?
Yeah, maybe the rumors spread to your customers. Not good, man.
This is not happening to me.
I'll bet you anything the person missing with your computer and the person spreading those rumors are one of the same.
What's happening? Why me, for God's sake?
Got a present for you, buddy. Here.
Huh? What is this? Is this what I think it is? After that, my files seemed okay. No more mysteriously deleted files. But work was getting pretty hectic recently. My stomach still ached a bit, but I was so busy working overtime every day that I had no time to go to the hospital. But one night, pain got so bad that I wasn't able to sleep. It never got this bad before. But I can't stay home. I'm the only one that can do this job. I have no choice. I took some painkillers and headed to work. I was just able to conclude the negotiations with the clients, but the pain in my stomach was so bad that I had to leave office early. But since the boss was out on a business trip, I told the assistant manager and went home a little early. But the pain just would not stop. It got even worse. My fever also rose. I can't postpone this any longer. I have to call. I called the ambulance right away and was taken to the ER of a nearby hospital. After a thorough checkup, the doctor found that there was a perforation in my stomach wall. In other words, an ulcer, probably from excess stress. The doctor ordered me hospitalized for at least a week. My immediate boss was still on a business trip, so I relayed the bad news to the assistant manager. I'm really sorry for this, but I'm gonna be hospitalized for about 1 week.
What? You're not serious!
Unfortunately, I am, sir. There are no immediate meetings or negotiations right now, but there are some business documents that are only partially finished.
Yeah, okay. Right. I'll get everyone to help out.
Thank you, sir. And I'm truly sorry about all this. I'll contact the boss after.
No need. I'll relay the information to him. You just rest up.
I appreciate it, sir. And again, sorry for this. I hung up and readied myself for a week of hospital living. But then on Monday morning, I got a call from the office. It was the boss, back from his business trip. I immediately sat up in my bed.
Hey, Takamatsu! Where the hell are you?
Excuse me, sir. What's the matter?
We just learned that confidential data was released through your computer. This is a problem, Takamatsu!
I was just about to apologize when I suddenly felt something was not right. I'm currently hospitalized. How could confidential data be released from my computer? Sir, please calm down. Are you thinking straight?
What? What do you mean?
I'm currently hospitalized. Since Friday. I went on to explain the entire situation to him.
Well, I had no idea. Sorry about that, Takamatsu. I hadn't received anything about your situation from the assistant manager yet. But then, who allowed the data to be released from your PC? I was a little suspicious, so I had the PC checked out. There's little evidence that it was a computer virus.
So if that's the case, I relayed my suspicions to the boss and hung up. I got a message from Taka telling me that he contacted the IT department, and they were able to block any confidential data from getting out just in time. It ended with the message with, "You owe me a beer, buddy." I smiled at his good-hearted humor. Thanks, Taka. I do owe you one, man. Actually, I'll buy you as many as you like. Just one will do. Man, that was a quick reply. Gotta say, it's sure good to have good friends to back you up when you really need them. Right after that, I got a call from the boss asking me to stop in his office once I was out of the hospital. So on the day I was out, I headed right to work. When I arrived at the office and then led to the conference room, I saw that the boss was there, but also the president of the company as well as the assistant manager. The atmosphere seemed a little tense. Then the president spoke up.
I heard the whole affair from your boss. First off, as assistant manager, why didn't you relay the situation of Takamatsu's hospitalization immediately? Well, that was because of that leak of confidential data from Mr. Takamatsu's computer. I was focused on that and simply forgot. You had plenty of time to convey the information to me. Are you hiding something? Is there a reason why you didn't convey this matter to your immediate superior in a timely fashion? Or could it be that it was you who allowed the confidential data to be leaked from Takamatsu's computer? Could that be it? Speak up! No, of course not! I would never do such a thing! All I asked was to triple his workload, that's all!
The assistant manager blurted out those words out of panic, but it was too late to take it back. What do you mean you were asked to triple my workload? So someone asked you to maximize my workload? That's what you're saying?
And so, who was it? Who asked you to triple his workload? Oh, well, that's... You know, I really shouldn't.
Then there was a knock at the door.
I received a message that you wanted to see me. Is there a problem?
As soon as our eyes met...
Has Mr. Takamatsu caused more problems? What can it be this time?
It's not about him. He's the victim here. I called you in because I wanted you to see this. Mr. Sato, could you please...
Taka pulled out a laptop and opened it.
I checked my laptop, but there was no problem with it. But there was no denying that there was numerous problems that were occurring on his machine. And I was suspicious that there was more to this. I was sure some sort of mischief was going on. So I decided to plant a hidden camera.
Taka pulled out a seemingly ordinary pen. Yes, that's right. That pen that Taka handed me the other day. Actually, this seemingly innocent-looking pen was in fact a high-quality camera. Apparently during high school he was bullied and used this very camera to record evidence.
The image you're about to see is the area around Takamatsu-san's desk.
Then Taka pressed the start button. At first there wasn't any unusual movement, just me fiddling with my computer as usual. Taka pressed fast forward. The date of the video was Monday morning. The time was 7 a.m., an hour before anybody gets to work. Someone sat at my desk and opened my laptop. The shades were still down and the office lights were out, so we couldn't see very clearly.
As you can see, it's dark and difficult to determine who is sitting there. However, just a little while ago, we were able to enhance the image over at the IT department. And this is the result.
Taka clicked on the image and what appeared on the screen surprised us all. Are you serious? Really? Miss Yamauchi?
That's right.
What the?
What were you doing sat at my desk, Miss Yamauchi?
I just made a mistake. It was dark. I thought it was my desk, and so...
I checked the login data and it seems someone logged into Takamatsu's laptop at 6:32 a.m. This video recording was at about the same time. What were you doing so early in the morning? And another thing, why do you even know his password? You have no right to know that.
Well, it's just that...
I want you all to see this.
Taka manipulated the keyboard and moved the image where it showed Miss Yamauchi inserting a USB drive into the laptop connection.
What, may I ask, were you trying to do to Mr. Takamatsu's laptop? Please explain that.
Like I said, I made a mistake. It was early morning and still dark. I thought it was my laptop.
And so, going back to what we were saying earlier, why were you able to log into Mr. Takamatsu's computer? Where did you get his password? And another thing, you're a competent employee, Miss Yamauchi. I really cannot believe such an experienced person like yourself would mistake your own computer, much less your own desk. You haven't answered Mr. Sato's questions. What were you doing at the office so early in the morning?
I had extra work to do, so I was...
And one more thing. The USB you were using was not the type that is used at the company. We're all issued a certain type for work. Other types are not allowed for security reasons. It's prohibited to use USB drives not authorized by the company. You are well aware of that, Miss Yamauchi.
All USB drives are closely monitored by each department manager. For you to be using a non-authorized USB drive even before the manager arrives for work is highly suspicious. I demand that you show us the contents of that USB drive.
I cannot do that, sir.
And why is that?
Because I don't have it anymore.
Well, I guess that means you won't be able to prove your innocence. I'm tired of all your silly excuses, Miss Yamauchi. Just be honest, for God's sake!
Miss Yamauchi was silent for a moment, and then sighed as if she had conceded defeat.
Yeah, I did it. So what?
She readily admitted that she had done it, but she was totally unapologetic. Are you saying you had something to do with all my important data disappearing?
Yes, that was me.
Miss Yamauchi wasn't hiding any longer. She fully admitted her wrongdoing. Her downfall was that she was on a business trip with the boss and had no idea that I was hospitalized. I had no access to my computer during that time. Not knowing that, she arrived early Monday morning and accessed my computer, thinking I would arrive in a few hours. She purposefully released a virus into the computer. Later, all her coworkers arrived, but to her dismay, I was not one of them. It was too late to stop the computer virus. And so, by noon, the IT department was alerted that confidential data had been leaked.
Why did you do such a thing, Miss Yamauchi?
It was all Takamatsu's fault. It's all because of him.
Huh? Wait. This is my fault?
You rejected me.
Huh? Oh no. This is not because... When I first entered the company and she was teaching me how things were done, I vaguely remember her admitting her affection for me. I really didn't think much of it.
Hey, Mr. Takamatsu. Aki. Can I call you Aki? Do you have a girlfriend? If you don't,
That was about as far as it went. So, as I said, it was pretty vague. I think I answered her back then, saying, I just want to focus on my work for now. I'm not even thinking about girls right now. I'm pretty sure I answered her that way. I guess Miss Yamauchi took it as a complete slap in the face or something. And then, when she saw me talking with other girls at work all friendly and all, she got in her head that I was going out with them. On top of that, the boss was always praising my work, which added to her frustration. Yeah, well, what can I say? The girls have a liking for me.
Come on, Aki. This is serious, man.
Yeah, right. Sorry. Apparently, it was her that demanded the assistant manager give me more work.
Yeah, well, she had me over a barrel. I was having an affair, and she threatened to tell my wife if I didn't go along. Please, I had no choice. I'm so sorry.
She caught him dating a girl from the office. She threatened to expose him. He had no choice but to do everything she asked. It seems that the assistant manager gave her my password to my laptop.
Okay, I'm sure you realize the consequences for this outlandish behavior. I'm asking you to take time off until we decide your fate.
Oh my god. Please.
This is the end. What am I gonna do?
Several days later, disciplinary action for the behavior was decided. Yamauchi was subsequently asked to resign due to the potential damage she may have caused the company with the loss of confidential data. Trust was completely lost and the company could not keep her on any longer. As for the assistant manager, although he was threatened with exposure of his infidelity, he could have opted for the truth and faced the consequences. His pay was reduced by 30% and he was placed on disciplinary probation for 3 months. He was also demoted to a first-year staffer. With all that resolved and with my stomach trouble subsided, me and Taka went out for a few beers to celebrate. Hey man, thanks for all you did for me. I wouldn't have gotten through all this without you.
Well, the wrath of a woman can be frightening, that's for sure.
I don't need women in my life right now. Not after all that.
I wish I could say the same.
What can I say? The girls love me.
Yeah, well, after that, I can understand you being a bit weary of women.
I really owe you one, Taka. Thanks, man.
It was nothing. You helped me countless times in the past. Helping was just second nature.
His words really hit home. I was overwhelmed with gratitude. I think I'm in love with you.
Huh? Get out of here, man. Stop screwing around.
Marry me!
Holy Christ, stop it, man! You're starting to creep me out!
Kidding aside, I was so glad that I had such a kind and considerate friend.